Roots to Wellbeing uses the 5 ways to wellbeing to support your mental health. Connect, take notice, keep learning, be active and give. Thanks for watching.
Hi everyone, I'm Niamh. I've been asked to share what I have occupied my time with during the current situation that we're in, and what has got me through isolation. The current climate is obviously something we've never experienced before, nothing we've ever seen before. So obviously we've all had to adapt, and it has been quite difficult to come to terms with it and to get to grips with things. I've had my bad days and my good days, obviously, as I'm sure everyone has, but there are a few different ways of how we can stay grounded and stay positive when being stuck at home. First of all, connect. Like a lot of us, I have a busy job and a hectic lifestyle when things are running normally, and I can lose myself in that. So when I found out I was going to have all this free time, I wanted to use it to reconnect with myself by being creative and productive. I've always had a creative flair, but with work it's obviously quite difficult to keep that up, because I work like a 9 to 5 Monday to Friday job, so it's hard to find time for my hobbies and passions and interests. So during isolation I've worked on a lot of different projects. I've done a lot of pencil drawings, a lot of sketching, I've experimented with watercolours, I've painted a lot of different furniture around my house. I've done stuff for some friends because they've liked my work, so they've said, oh, can you do this for me? So that's been nice as well. That's allowed me to connect with them, also reconnect with myself, with the artistic side of things. So yeah, it's been really successful during the course of isolation so far. Obviously I did have some days where I didn't do anything but lay in front of the TV, but that was what my body and my mind needed. I probably needed some rest. You know, we've been blessed with this opportunity to really rest and take a break from our normal lives. So on some days that is what I did. I just relaxed and didn't do much, but most days I did find myself wanting to create and paint and draw. So yeah, that's my passion, and I've been blessed with this time to really focus a lot more on my creative projects. Through creating these projects I've managed to reconnect with myself. I've managed to connect with my friends because people have asked me to do different projects for them. I've connected with my dad. We've always had a close bond, but with the drawings that I've been doing, he's been creating the wooden frames for them, and then they've all gone up around the house and it looks really cool, so that's really good as well to have that support there. I've had such great feedback as well from everyone, so it's lifted me up, lifted my spirits up as well. The next point is taking notice. Being in this creative space has given me the incentive to notice things I wouldn't normally notice, like the change in the weather when the planet halted due to the outbreak. I took this as Mother Nature thanking us for giving her planet a break from pollution and modern day life. Thinking this way keeps me looking at the positive outcomes of our current situation. Not only are we unintentionally taking a break, but the world is too. I've also noticed the change in my mood. Although I do have my ups and downs, I am overall a lot more calm and more relaxed because we don't have that busy, hectic lifestyle at the moment. It's really brought me back down on the stress level, which is really nice. I do obviously have my down days, but it's important to recognise how we are feeling and not fight it. Like, you know, you have your down days, but that's normal, that's fine. Another point is keep learning. This is a time to learn for all of us and to sit back and focus on what makes us happy. A time to learn new skills we've always wanted to learn. For example, I've been learning the guitar. Music is a really cool way to express yourself, along with the art and the other stuff that I've been doing. So I've just been trying out lots of new things. I've also learned a lot of new techniques with art and with drawing, which is really cool. I'm learning a lot more about myself. and what I can change in order to make sure I'm happy in life, and I'm taking note of what I can do to make sure I maintain this positive outlook once our lives go back to normality. The next point is be active. I've found that it's important to keep the brain and the body active. I've made sure I've used some of my free time to exercise. This includes like running, walking, yoga, or I've done some home workouts as well. I'm working on my fitness at the moment, which I've never really focused on before, just because of time. Again, I've not had all that much time because I'm working. So having this time off is really helpful in order for me to focus on things like that as well. And it also, the exercise can keep the brain happy as well, which is really good. So I've noticed a big change in myself since I've started doing those things as well. With this, I've been able to admire the environment around me and taking in the scenery and discovering a lot of new walks. My brain has been active within each creation process that I've been creating with each project I've been carrying out, by coming up with new designs and ideas. Activity in both senses will help to maintain a positive attitude. The final point I've got down here is give. I have been able to give during this time with my creations and with my advice. Thankfully, when in a space of allowance, we're able to help others who may not be in the same space. It's a tough time for everybody, so when I have been in a good place, I've made sure to check on my friends with phone calls and text messages, and also with my artwork and stuff like that. I'm hoping that it does brighten people's day and it might cheer people up if they're feeling a bit down. I've also been able to give back to people during this time, because I've had a few friends, for example, Linda has asked me to upcycle one of her garden chairs, which is now a completed project and it looks really good. She's really pleased with it. It put a smile on her face, and I also got a new lease of life from the existing garden chair, so that worked really well. And also the sense of accomplishment after completing my projects gives me a new lease of life, and it's something that makes me feel a lot better in this situation, is that I'm being productive, I'm being creative, and it's really helping me get through. So I may not be certain how long I will be in this situation for, but I am happy as I am, taking notice, learning, being active, giving, connecting and creating. I hope this small insight into how I'm spending isolation has inspired others to do what makes them happy during this time. I appreciate this time spent with my family and myself.
If you feel inspired and want to learn ways to support your mental health, please subscribe to our channel. Or you can find us at www.rootstowellbeing.org. And if you would like to get involved in future videos, please contact hello@rootstowellbeing.org. Thank you.